I've got this equation on the board. I think you have to give a shout out to my student, Sean, Chantel, Daphne, and Clayton. They want me to break this equation down. So you have square root of A is the same as A raised to the power half. In the same way, if I have a square root of 2, is the same as 2 raised to the power half. First of all, foremost, in the equation, you know what we do in the left-hand side? We do the same on the right-hand side. So therefore, I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides of the equation. So our equation will be 3 minus 3 plus square roots of 3x plus 1 is equals to x minus 3. So, in a nutshell, our equation will be 3x plus 1 is equals to x minus 3. All right? Beautiful. So what we can do now is we're going to apply this to the equation. As we saw earlier, this is the same as a square root of that. And this we know is a raised to the power half. So let's apply this into our question. When we do that, then we can say that this implies that square root of 3x plus 1 is the same as 3x plus 1 raised to the power half. Okay, so 3x plus 1 raised to the power half is now equals to x minus 3. Remember once again, to get rid of this half, we have to multiply here by 2, here by 2. You see, we have to multiply the left-hand side by 2, and also the top one by 2. Okay, because we once again we remember the left hand, what we do to the LHS left-hand side, we do the same to the right-hand side. Okay, so because of that, our equation will be 3x plus 1 equals to, okay, so this becomes x minus 3 squared. When we expand this, we're going to have 3x plus 1 is equals to, fundamentally, can be written as x minus 3 into bracket x minus 3. Okay, still, because of 3x plus 1, this will be x squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9. Okay, we're working fundamentally. This is 3x plus 1 is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 9. Okay, we're going to shift everything, okay, on the left to the right. Okay, here. So, by so doing, we know that the 3 crosses the equal sign becomes negative 3x. When a 1 crosses, become negative 1. So our equation will boil down to x squared minus 6x plus 9 minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, now it's beautiful. All what we have to do is to group the like terms. Okay, and when we group the like terms, okay, we say x squared minus 6x minus 3x plus 9 minus 1 is equal to 0. Then this, we say x squared minus 9x plus 8 is equal to 0. You see, this equation, okay, let me underline the equation. this equation is similar to what we did previously called quadratic equation. Okay, so because of that, mathematically we have to say as quadratic in x. Okay, now we have to solve this equation. We have to solve this equation. Okay, this is our equation. Okay, we solve this equation. And how do we go about it? As is in the form of quadratic, we can use the almighty quadratic formula to solve this. And what is almighty quadratic formula? We know that it's given as ax squared plus bx plus c is always equals to 0. Okay, where we know that a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the middle term, and c is our constant c. Now, this, when we compare to our equation here, we can say that a is equals to 1, and b is equals to -9, and our c is equals to 8. Breaking it down, then we can use the almighty formula, okay, which is easy, which is given as x is equals to -b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So when we substitute these values, okay, into the equation, we can solve it so easily. But yet still, we know that when we take the equation plus 8 equals 0, when first of all we have to multiply the coefficient of x squared, which is 1, okay, by 8, then our value will be 8. Okay, the factors that can help us to solve this equation will be -1 times -8. Okay, so when I put it back into the equation, then I can say x squared, okay, minus x minus 8x plus 8 equals 0. Okay, then x will come out like that. We have -1, and then minus 8 out. X minus 1 is equals to 0. Okay, now let's see some. We can see that we have this and this are the same. So our concentration will be on the values outside, this and that. Okay, then we group them together. When we group them together, we say x minus 8 into bracket, okay, and x minus 1 is equals to 0. So it means x minus 8 is equal to 0, okay, or x minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, x will be equals to 8, okay, and x equals to 1. This is our solution, okay? So if we're asked to find the truth set of this equation, then we say the truth set will be x such that x is equals to 1, 8. This is easy, okay? Let's go up and see if we can break it down faster. Well, I don't think we need to, So, Sean,